I'm a Moor. I wouldn't identify as Afro-Indigenous. Not at all. But that's what they call people like me. Yeah, I ain't rocking with the Creole thing anyway. Creole means mix. You know? I'm just not Creole. I don't want to say I ain't rocking with. They all right. I'm just not Creole. Creole means mix. That's a whole different culture. All right. Yeah, Moroccans are Moors. They're not the only Moors. Hey, I'm gonna throw that up there just to mess with your boy right quick. Black Confederate. Ah, Black Confederate. There you go. Now let me show you something because y'all playing. Y'all ain't dumb, man. Let me show you something. Now watch this. Hold up. I don't know about the label thing. It's called a title. What I'm dealing with, and all that refers to your status. So you saying, just drop the status and accept being what? Ain't gonna give me nothing good if I accept it. I mean, what I'm gonna get accept being a slave? Nah. Correct your status. But watch this, right? Let's deal with some geology. For one, what we call in Florida. Florida has the same soil as Africa. Jerk. Florida has the same soil as Africa. Guess that don't mean nothing. I'm saying what Mother Earth got to say about it. Yeah, yeah. Also, why is it even a rain? Like, it's just like the three crop rule. You never heard of the three crop rule. You can't just keep growing on certain crops on one soil. You you could deplete the soil depending on what you're growing. If you're growing wheat and things like that, even corn and be stripping nutrients from the soil. You can't just keep growing it right there. You have to switch, and replace that where tomatoes may have grown. Like you're gonna keep going with these three different types of crops because things like tomatoes and things feed the soil. Others, you know, don't do too much bad, and then others take away from the soil. So you have to keep rotating the crops. So even Mother Earth decides to do her thing, in order to keep everything proper. So literally, the rainforest is, getting its source of nutrients from the Sahara, right? Biologists have documented the fact that a regular airborne supply of essential nutrients, some 40 million metric tons per year, derived from African soils, drops onto the upper canopy of the Amazon rainforest. Rainwater washes the nutrients off the leaves onto the soil for uptake by the shallow tree roots. The fallout of these wind-blown fertilizers in part helps explain the incredible productivity and diversity of the plant communities of the Amazonian rainforest. despite the sterility of their leached soils. So the soils have been leached so bad in the Amazon rainforest that they're sterile. How is it still as great as it is, and how great is, or why has it ever been as great as it is? Where does it get its greatness? Where does it get fed? It's getting fed from the Sahara. You see how like one hand wash the other? It's like, come on, man. Y'all be hating yourself. And everywhere that this dust pretty much settles, which we talking about South America, where we just said the Amazon rainforest, the Caribbeans, and even Florida. Why do these places have the best crops or best possibility of growing? Man, this brother ain't even named nothing I want to eat. I might eat some red snapper. You ain't even naming nothing I want to eat. I ain't messing with no crawfish. I might eat a shrimp. I ain't that. Man, I don't like that crawfish. That thing now got too much shell on him. Look like a shrimp in an armored truck. I'm good. What I just do with my blunt? You made me drop my blunt, Black. So how you doing, Black? Hey, what's going on? You feel me, bro? None of that don't sound good. I ain't damn sure ain't no rabbit, no deer, no duck, a greasy ass duck. I ain't no duck. You know what I mean? For real. Well, you be acting like you're an expert on Africa. Talk about zebra burgers. Man, y'all so damn funny. Y'all be hating yourself, man. Right? Just keep praising the Amazon rainforest and not acknowledging that the Sahara Desert is what feeds the Amazon rainforest. There's not one without the other. Or, there's still going to be a Sahara Desert if there is no Amazon. But there's no Amazon without the Sahara Desert. Show you some more because you kind of slow. Yep. Like they say, the Earth is estimated to be about 4.5 billion years old. And Florida is nearly 530 million years old. Florida was originally part of Gondwana. As plate tectonics moved Gondwana westward, it collided with another continent, Laurasia, and formed the supercontinent of Pangaea. The colliding of these continents sandwiched Florida between the Americas and Africa. Hence, Florida shares the same sandy soil structure as Senegal, Africa, unlike the rock formations found in North America. So basically, North America is rock. All of y'all have seen mountains because that's where y'all live. Y'all living on the rock. I ain't never seen a mountain because ain't none in Florida. You know what I mean? So, what kind of soil do we have in Florida? We have the exact same soil as Africa. Wake up. Y'all ain't fucking with Florida. You know. We the best. I mean, I'm just saying. Like, y'all can't grow year round. You come down here, you can survive. You know, I got a brother with a community garden. Yeah, I got a brother with a community garden that I ain't seen one of his crops that he can't grow all year long. You know what I mean? Shout out to my brother Woken the Real. I seen that garden that you got too. That's for sure. If you was in Florida, boy, you would never have a layoff. You know. Yep, and it's saying how the Florida plateau has been underwater several times, at least 4 times, from what I researched. Explaining why the soil is mainly calcium carbonate, or better known as limestone. Still today, 2/3 of the plateau that makes up Florida lies underwater. You see that? 2/3. So it's only 1/3 out of the water. That makes up Florida lies underwater. A huge aquifer lies underground, and limestone gradual dissolving has helped create widespread sinkholes across the state. Yep, for sure. Man, I'm good on that Louisiana shit. Florida. See, this person right here don't understand about dust storms. Yeah, they don't understand, bro, at all. Right? In the Caribbean Sea, you can walk the deck of your boat anchored off the Virgin Islands and have your bare feet get covered with red African soil. Hmm? Black Confederate. What? It's hard to imagine that these small particles of sediment that have rained down on your vessel during the calm night originated from a massive dust storm that occurred a week before in the Sahara Desert or North Africa. Satellite images reveal the dust plumes intermittently cover enormous tracts of the North Atlantic Ocean. The photographs clearly show that these vast murky clouds originate in northern Africa. The bigger dust billows extending far to the west and reaching the southeastern United States, the Caribbean Sea, and even the faraway Amazon rainforest. Worldwide scientists estimate that perhaps as much as 2 billion metric tons of dust are blown into the air every year. Surprisingly, microorganisms and chemical toxins that adhere to these small particles are carried aloft as well and are dispersed far downwind from their points of origin. This flux of airborne particles indicates how the land, the ocean, the atmosphere, and we shall see human activity are linked in a surprising variety of ways. Yep, and actually these storms have been ongoing, what they say, has been an ongoing presence in the region for millions of years, as indicated by the content of desert sand mixed into the, yeah, my screen cracked up, mud that have been covered by the deep seabed of the North Atlantic Ocean. Okay. Yep. So hold on. Yeah, I'm bragging the truth that it's the same as Africa, same soil as Africa, and we got better soil than y'all. Y'all sitting on rock. I'm in Florida. We got the best soil in North America. What you talking about? You mad at Mother Earth because it's the same as Africa. Same soil. That's how I know you ignorant. I thought you just didn't like the people. Because I knew y'all was silly if you don't like them anyway. But you don't even like the land, the soil, the dirt. You's a nut. Let me just mute the little crazy guy for a little while. You know what the next step is. All right. Let's see. And that's that sand storm they was just speaking on. Right? That's literally what it is. That's what's feeding the Amazon rainforest. Let's see. Yep. And I got some stuff to show y'all right here out of a book by the great J.A. Rogers. Don't let nobody fool you. Study him. So, especially if somebody say don't study him, or anybody who tell you don't study these people, you need to ignore them and go study these people. And number one, you're probably gonna learn like I did that all the information came from him. Even if they got it from another teacher, the teacher got it from him. So, why should we not listen to him? Oh, so that we won't know that they copying this man. Oh, I get it. I get it. So they copying J.A. Rogers. All right. For one, I just wanted to show you this right quick too. This it says the Sphinx as it looked in 1798. It say notice the Negroid features. Hold on, let me roll my blunt. You feel me? This fresh out of J.A. Rogers' book. Africa's gifts to the Americas, or to America. Stuff like that. Hold on. Yeah, J.A. Rogers is a GOAT. He's one of them. He's one of them. Let me put it on. See, these people want to be Atlanteans so bad. They don't like when they say Ethiopic Ocean. So maybe it wasn't Atlantis, but Ethiopis. Huh? Because before Atlantic, it was Ethiopic. Huh? So that would not, they couldn't be Atlantis. It would have to have been Ethiopis. Hmm? But nah, he want to be down with the Atlantic. He would hate to be Ethiopic. All right. Just to show him that J. Rogers the GOAT, and everybody got his information. There ain't nowhere around it. Right? To make an explanation as ridiculous as that made by Ignatius Donnelly in his book, Atlantis, published in 1882, Donnelly's theory was that the New World was peopled from the western part of the world, and in proof gives pictures of Negroes on the ancient monuments. He calls these idols, but the square with the doctrine of Negro inferiority, he says that these blacks were slaves brought from Africa. Since Negroes are not a what? A seagoing race. Ha! That's what he said. Okay. So the blacks were idols. The only conclusion left is that the ancient Americans worshiped their slaves. You hear that? Huh? The great J.A. Rogers, Africa's gift to America. Right? Is that ancient American? Or put it like this, like he said. Since they're trying to say Negroes were never a seagoing race and that they were only brought here through slaves, he said then the only conclusion left is that the ancient Americans worshiped their slaves. Since you're saying they're slaves, because they were worshiping these people. However, most South and Central American archaeologists do agree that Negroes were here before Columbus. I have given in two of my earlier books quotations from these Latin American scholars and I will repeat some of them. Yeah, this is my favorite one, my boy Marquez. I'm gonna have to do a whole video on him. But C.C. Marquez says the Negro type is seen in the most ancient Mexican sculptures. Negroes figure frequently in the most remote traditions. Riva Palacio, Mexican historian, says it is indisputable that in very ancient times the Negro race occupied our territory. Mexico, when the two continents were joined, the Mexicans recall a Negro god, Tixlicon, which means black face, like Ethiopia, burnt back face. Colonel Bragging says in The Shadow of Atlantis that he saw in Ecuador a statuette of a Negro that is at least 2 or 20,000 years old. Hitherto, the ethnologists imagine that Negroes appeared in the New World only during our own epoch as slaves. Some statues of the Indian gods in Central America possess typical Negro features. Right? Let's go a little bit further. Yeah, I'm going to show you the book one more time. Like I say, it's by the great J.A. Rogers. Go ahead and get your screenshot. I appreciate y'all tapping that like. I appreciate the like. Appreciate it with all that. Y'all need to hit that heart up there at the top. Smash that heart. You know what I'm saying? That's how you let me know I'm doing something right. I should get a couple of those hearts every night, but it's all good. You know, I'm sure y'all will follow in due time. You know, because I ain't got no lies for you. So, if people really rocking with the truth, they'll rock with me. All right. Let's move it. All right, let's get it. It's gonna get a little more good. The great J.A. Rogers. I know. They don't like the title. They won't like the title. They'll be mad about the title. But they're okay with the word Negro, so maybe they can look over some of this and just be happy to say Negro. You know, original Negroes during the time of the Spanish conquest and the memories of them in the most ancient traditions induce us to believe that the Negroes were the first inhabitants of Mexico. Columbus, in his third voyage, tells of seeing Negroes. And when Balboa discovered the Pacific Ocean in 1513, he found Negroes in Panama. Like I say, early 1900, great super scholar J.A. Rogers and his wife also helped proofread the book. But Columbus in his third voyage, and repeat, tells of seeing Negroes. And when Balboa discovered the Pacific Ocean in 1513, he found Negroes in Panama. Peter Martyr, historian of the expedition, says these were the first Negroes seen in the Indies. Balboa found them at war with the Indians and thought they had sailed over from Ethiopia. A notable exception to the United States. Archaeologists, in their denial that Negroes were here before Columbus, was the late Leo Weiner, professor of philology at Harvard University, in his 3-volume work, Africa and the Discovery of America. He gives abundant proof that they were here, he says, the presence of Negroes before Columbus is proved by the representation of Negroes in American sculpture and design. By the occurrence of a black nation at Darien early in the 16th century, and more specifically by Columbus, emphatic reference to Negro traders from Guinea or Ghana who traffic in gold alloy of precisely the same composition. Like I have a video with I forget that scholar's name right this second. Yeah, I forget his name. It don't really matter. He's a good scholar though, but he's a European who actually tells the truth, so I do deal with him. But he repeated this, and obviously, where did he get it from? He got it from J.A. Rogers. And I can't believe y'all only give me 190 likes. Y'all are tough. That's like one person hitting the like button. I do that. Like, what's up? That's all right. It's all right. Don't worry about it. No hearts, no love. You know what I'm saying? No shares. Y'all ain't share. Yeah, like, why y'all ain't share this to your favorite hater? I ain't scared of the smoke. I don't want the haters in the chat. I want the haters with 1,000 subscribers so they can get up here and, you know, prove all of us wrong. Me, all these scholars, just prove everybody wrong, man. You know what I'm saying? So, y'all already know. Let's get him out. Gotta get him. All right. Boop. Hey, I made y'all moderators, man. Y'all know. Oh. Don't do that, bro. Why you did that? I done blocked my homie, man. Why he did that, man? I thought that was my homie too, man. That's messed up, bro. Why you did that, man? Now I gotta find a way to unblock him. Let me see. I don't know if I blocked you or not. Let me see if I could just make him a moderator. Make that. Dang. Bro, play too much, man. I had a feeling like, hold on, that's one of my partners. What are you tripping for? But Columbus' emphatic reference to Negro traders from Guinea or Ghana who traffic in gold alloy or precisely the same composition and beating that the same name, guanin, is frequently referred to by early writers on Africa. Yeah. guanine, or Ghana. All of it's the same. It all means gold. Man, I got one person here that I like, man. I appreciate you. Okay, I got two, maybe. Skinny foot, you showing that I appreciate you. Okay, light of soul. That's why I appreciate y'all. That's for sure. I mean, I do it. I be like, dang, people can't do that. I just tap. Before I know it, I did 100, 200. I be like, damn. But hey, it's all good. You know what I mean? It don't hurt, bro. What's wrong with it? Let's see what I got right here. Yeah, I kind of wanted to show old Timbuktu. Mm. And show y'all that Pueblos are not Mexican. Or I'm not going to take it away from Mexico because Mexico was full of Negroes. Huh? Just like West Africa had Negroes. We can't not keep denying this stuff. You know what I mean? Let me pull up that map right quick. Hold on. One more time. Look at this. Like they're showing you on the west side. Maybe um I don't know what's Negro, right? This as far as Africa is concerned, we already established that America had Negroes. So does the East Indies, India, Southern Asia, like Southern Europe. Like, let's stop lying. We there. We're everywhere. That I just named. You know what I'm saying? Exactly, brother. You know, but as far as Africa goes, they let you know that there's like different types of Negroes. So they're telling you as far as Africa is concerned, yeah, who are the Nilotic Negro? Yeah, that's all the mixed people. You know, that eventually made the Arab race, you know, the dark Persians and all these different people. These Ethiopian types, really. You know, like the Hindu. You know, Hindu is just really an Ethiopian. Right? And they saying the true Negro, all on this west side. West side. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. Tupac wasn't lying. Right? And that's pretty much how I look at the East Coast of America. The East Coast is us. I'm talking about anciently. Now we everywhere. But I'm talking about anciently, we were definitely the East Coast. East of the Mississippi. We were not Plains Indians. Or basically a plain Indian. We weren't just some plain Indian, man. Right? Let me go to another one. Since we like to talk about great walls and stuff. You know what I mean? So I was just showing y'all the Pueblos in Timbuktu. I'm showing you the Great Wall. Right? You know what I mean? Even these little pyramids of Morocco. Like, I ain't giving no culture credit for building no pyramids. But us. That's it. That is all. Don't this look a lot like the Grand Canyon? Remind you of the Grand Canyon? Show you how we get down in all kind of regions. A chamber of the mighty sun temple of Amun at Meroe, ancient Ethiopia. Remind you a lot of that Grand Canyon region. Just to show you how we get down in those regions, and we always question, were we in the Grand Canyon? Maybe so, based on how we get down all around. Didn't I just say Guanin and Ghana? How the Caribbean or even South Americans had the same word for gold as these ancient Africans? Weren't they doing ancient gold mining like they said? Ancient gold mining. Yep. So boom. Just showing you some of the structures. Sudan. We need to remember what we look like inside these type of temples. Because we see the ones over here also, and we don't even realize Negroes were in them. This is what it looked like. Don't hate your people. Don't hate yourself. This ain't nothing but a mirror. It's the other side of the water. The water was the mirror. You see yourself now. I hope you do, because you were here. You were there. Anyway, you see in these pyramids, we can't give that credit to nobody else. I'm just saying. You know, and Florida literally has the same crocodiles as the Nile River. Oh yeah, this is a whole nother article right here though. But Florida has the same crocodiles as the Nile River. Let me show you something. I thought for sure I screenshotted that about the Nile River. Florida has the same soil as Africa. The Amazon rainforest, Florida, the Caribbean are all fed by the nutrients from the Sahara. There would be no Amazon rainforest. Mother Nature disagrees with the, exclusion that people are creating between America and Africa. Mother Nature does not agree. And now I see even more so why even scientists probably need to start changing their tone, because we speak of Africa, of course, as being the mother of all life, they say. Well, Florida has the same soil. This is why Florida is the Garden of Eden. And if not for the world, for the Western Hemisphere. Florida is the Garden of Eden. So even if we're going to say, okay, Africa is a mother, well, that means Florida is a mother. Florida has the same soil. It just does. Hate it or love it. The Amazon rainforest is fed by the Sahara. I'm going to keep saying it because I can keep showing it. Notably, scientists believe that it's possible more Nile crocs are still out in the Florida wild. I've heard of enough sightings of a strange-looking croc in areas that are connected to this to make me think it's possible," said wildlife ecology professor Frank Mazzotti, who also co-authored the study to the Miami Herald. But yeah, I don't think we've pulled out the last one yet. You know, I mean, since we talking about America, we got to talk about the god Amun and these two giant feathers. I mean, come on, what y'all talking about? Just like the Egyptians had the feather, I'm pretty sure the Negroes in Mexico and South America, Caribbean, I'm guaranteeing they were the first to have the feather on this part of the world, as well as others. Mm. Show me any so-called Native American with feathers before the god Amun. Oh, that was from my brother David. He ain't pop up. I was finna show him something about that. Like, look at this headdress. What y'all talking about? Hmm. Do you see what I see? Like, tighten up. Way before a Native American put a headdress on. Do you see the headdress? Do you see the headdress? Number one, we talking about two feathers at the top, and then a full feathered headdress beneath. And of course, with the crown of serpents and even a uraeus. Yeah, I appreciate y'all hitting that like. Oh yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to Lewis Hampton, if that's the name. Yep, Lewis Hampton. I appreciate you, brother. You definitely the man of the day, man of the night. I appreciate you, brother. She loved me. I appreciate you too. All y'all for hitting that follow, that subscribe. I appreciate you. So we see the headdress. I know you see it. I know you see it. I guess it has to be that big for them to see it. That's the only way they see it. Hmm. I appreciate them likes. I gotta support those who support me. And what's going on, Sister Melanie? I see you in the building. Let's see. Let's see what I can pull.
Yo,
Peace, brother. What's going on with you?
everything good, man. That's
Hey, people see this
enjoying.
head. People see this headdress all the time, but they don't notice. They don't notice this. Like they don't notice that. They don't see the headdress.
Well, to them maybe bigger is better. So,
But to me, I would argue that this is bigger. This is, you see, you got the serpents, above that, along with the giant two feathers. Hmm?
Well, to me, this one, the one on the screen right now, in more detail. You understand? But the one their customers
Your
seeing
customer seeing
ends up
is
me.
me.
What's going on,
What's
Miss
going
Miss
on,
Amy?
Miss?
Oh, you got
Hold
an echo.
on. Oh, okay. Hey,
How you doing now?
I'm good. How are you?
All is well.
Oh, okay.
Like I'm just trying to make sure we can see these giant feathers right here. Oh yeah, and my sister number. Oh yeah, she the one. You know, I got a queen that joined today, so I appreciate that. I got a king and a queen. You know, can I get a prince and a princess? Hey, but real talk, like you see these giant two feathers on top. You see the Naga culture with the serpents around, beneath the two feathers. You see the sun disk, matter of fact, also in between the two feathers. Then you see the literal headdress, the feathered headdress. You know, like you find the two feather, you find the coat of Amen in America, anciently. You find the same headdress. And then I'm saying that feathered headdress what is where we get this feathered headdress. Mm,
I
they
wish I could
scared
see
to act
it.
like we've been here. Huh?
I wish I wish I didn't mess my phone up. I wish I could see that.
Oh shucks. But yeah, it's the norm. Oh, so you didn't even see the other image I just had.
No, I can see like the bottom half of this one, and then I think
Yeah,
that's
this one's just a regular big feathered headdress, and the other one was showing an Egyptian headdress that has the same feathered headdress, and then has a serpent crown above it, and with two feathers sticking out the top, with the sun disk in the middle. So I'm just showing that this Negro culture that's in America that they like to deny is also the same kind of culture we see in Egypt. You know, with the Egyptian gods and all of that kind of good stuff. You literally seeing that in America. That's why Osiris was what? The corn god,
mm-hmm.
the god of corn. And I just throw that up there to make a couple people mad. I just throw that up there to make them mad. You know what I mean? Hey, you feel me?
Yeah, and that's Ethiopian.
You know, these two feathers. They know what time it is when they see them two feathers. Mm. They know it any other time they see it. And you see, he got that basically representing that sun disk. You see it in the middle.
Too.
Let me pull it
Yeah,
down.
yeah.
Hopefully, if I pull it down, she might be able to see it too.
I can see it.
You
Um,
know, you got that basically you got the sun disk just like what I was just showing.
With the crescent in the middle.
Yep. And it's they're using the eye or that evil eye, but it's still representing the sun.
Yeah.
That all seeing eye.
mm-hmm.
Yeah, bro. What it do? My brother's still in the building. Ricky's so for real. Man, y'all subscribe to my brother so he can get this 1,000.
Okay.
You know what I mean? My brother, he is poetic. He can type his butt off, but I'd rather him speak sometimes.
We got a long way to go.
Yeah, I think he need to do like Vita. He need to sign up as a Bahamian or something, so he can go live with a couple followers. I think you can do it with a business account also though, something like that. Cause the
Oh,
sister Divine, she be doing it. I think that's who it is. Somebody like that. They only had like 600. That was some model. I forgot her name. Something Erica model or something like that. But she only got a couple hundred, and she's
if
going
you're like
live too.
if you're like in another country, like I know Africa, they can do it under like a 100 or 30 or whatever, but they can't turn on their camera.
Yeah, yeah. Shoot, my brother Vita, like where you at in the Caribbean?
Yeah, the Caribbean.
Yeah, yeah.
I'll be there
So
in
now,
September.
if you look at his profile, he don't have 1,000, but my brother can always come up. So that's why I say, my brother Ricky, you might have to go ahead and sign up as a Bahamian. You know what I mean?
What
Or
a
you
For
could
what a
real.
try
V,
a VPN.
what a VPN?
Yeah.
Yep.
But I don't think they have like small countries. You can try maybe Asia, Japan or wherever, but I'm not sure.
Matter of fact, that's the same headdress you normally have on your profile, sister. Yep, that's it right there.
Oh, me?
Hmm.
I chose
So
me.
you be having that
I chose
on.
a fat Native American.
I'm talking about your old picture where you say Indian business, that headdress. Yeah, same one.
I don't know what Indian business is anymore.
Exactly, exactly. But hey, you know, you know how it go. You know the knowledge. You know what I mean. See, I just can't help but see that and see this.
Yeah, but
You know.
the headdress we're customers seeing is just a simplified version of that one you're showing right now.
Yep.
Because it just can't mass produce or replicate that one to make it commercially available. If you understand?
Like we
Because
don't understand. It's just like saying this person here has three stripes
yeah, like a
on
triple
their
crown.
shoulder. He has a triple
Yeah,
crown. You know, so it's showing that they got the crown from the west. They got the crown from the east. They got the crown from the south. Like they ain't
that,
even playing.
yeah.
You
So
feel me?
that person will probably be a emperor
Emperor,
in sense,
emperor. Yep,
or empress in that. Yeah,
your empress Musa.
yeah.
Yep.
Because you just can't make a triple crown and wear it anywhere because that would be a sign of disrespect or like blasphemy. You want?
Disrespect, big
Yeah,
disrespect. You getting taken down for that.
real talk.
Smack that crown off your head. Is you crazy?
So the crown, not the crown, the headdress we normally see, that would just be like the sign of a governor or like the chief. But that the
Mhm.
crown you're showing right
Exactly.
now would be like royalty. The triple
Yeah,
crown is an emperor or empress.
if life didn't go the way it went, I could
They're
have.
on the part of the same, culture, same empire, same enterprise.
Yeah, so if life didn't go the way it went,
What you say, sis?
I said if life did. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I hear you perfectly.
So if life didn't go the way